Hi everyone, I'm Rosary Fazende-Jones, and I'm going to be your instructor for World Lit 1 online. World Lit 1 focuses on literature of ancient times to the Renaissance. And the first thing you'll need to do is download and read the syllabus, which will tell you what most of the work is, and will explain a few things like what discussion boards are needed, that there's a paper, and various other class policies. Um, then there's a syllabus quiz that you will need to take based on the syllabus. Um, then you should go to the discussion boards and look around. There are going to be um, some introductions things that you need to look at. I'm going to create a lounge for you guys that I won't intrude on very much so that you can have a free space to talk to one another and connect with each other. I'm also posting the netiquette for this class because discussions can get a little crazy sometimes. Most of what we talk about is not super controversial, but it can get that way. So I will point out that anything that gets out of hand, microaggressions, full-blown aggressions, will be removed when I find them and see them. And I will have plenty of time this semester to check your discussion boards. I will be putting up a rubric for your discussion boards a little bit later in the semester. And I will make a video to explain what that is and how that's going to work for you. After the introductory stuff, the class settles down into pretty much a pattern. You're going to read the works as assigned on the syllabus. There are also individual folders on the content page, and these are folders. And these folders contain supplemental works, texts sometimes, and your quizzes, and they will have links to the discussion boards. Most of the supplemental works are videos or websites that help you to understand the work of literature that we're reading that class or that week. And I start my weeks on Mondays, end them on Sundays, and your assignments will be due by Sunday midnight. I may roll that around and interlink them on Mondays, but right now I plan on Sundays at midnight. I'm only going to open the first half of the course for you so that you can stay focused on your midterm exam. And then after midterm, I will open the second half of the course. The course usually has a proctored midterm exam, but I'm not sure how we're going to be doing that with COVID this semester. I will keep you informed about that. Besides discussion boards and reading, there are weekly reading quizzes on what materials you read in a week. And we will sometimes read 2 things, sometimes 1 thing. Your quizzes may refer to the introductory material in your textbook or some of the supplemental videos and things may show up as well. So they are things to look at. Mostly I'm going to try to stick to your textbook, but I do know some of you don't have your textbook. One of the links on the opening page there is the picture of our textbook. We're using the Norton Anthology of World Literature, Volumes A, B, and C for this course, and we will use all 3. And it is best to have a copy, but I have in many of the folders some sort of other text just in case something happens. So for like something like Sanjata, which we'll read later in the semester, there is an alternate text. But you really want the one in your textbooks. And you can rent them. I'm fine with that. I don't care where you rent them from. Excuse me. You may get them through your school bookstore as well. That's fine. Work in this class is not overly taxing. It's time consuming. If you get behind, it can be taxing, but you should be able, if you stay on target, not have many problems. What you do in this class is you will take reading quizzes on the works we read. You will answer discussion questions on the discussion boards. You will take a final and a midterm exam. You're going to have to do 2 video discussions, just like this. Much shorter, but you will have to do video discussions. You will also need to do a PowerPoint presentation. There will be a semester essay. And I'm going to have you do some mind maps, either as a rough draft for your paper, or I'm going to ask you to mind map one of the works we read. And I'll talk more about mind maps when that comes up in the semester. Mind map is really just like a visual outline, so don't freak out. They can be very useful, though, for you. The video discussions are meant to help you get to know one another. Because online classes can feel very isolated. I'm trying to think what else I need. The last thing I'm going to mention, I'm going to do a Zoom office hour every Friday from 2 to 3 in the afternoon. If that office hour does not work for anyone, please send me an email and we can make a Zoom appointment. It's very easy to do. I'm fine with that. I know in these chaotic times. However, I'm also going to tell you I'm not doing a Zoom appointment at 10 o'clock at night. So that's, just how it is. But we can set that up and we can make an appointment and we can arrange things. I hope we have fun. Most students seem to enjoy this class. The readings are not the things you're thinking they will be. We will start with ancient Egypt, move to ancient Sumeria, Mesopotamia, then ancient Greece. Then we will move around to ancient India. We'll do some West African literature. We'll do some Islamic literature from Turkey and from Iran. And we will be doing a little bit more around the world. A little bit of stuff from India. Some of this stuff is religious in nature. That's okay. Learning about new cultures and new religions is what world literature is all about. And learning to look for what's we can recognize in ourselves and what we have in common in our various cultural perspectives. So I'm hoping we will have some fun. Please email me any questions you have. Feel free to make a post in that student lounge discussion board that asks a question. I will check in. I will not grade your student lounge posts. Those will be free. But feel free to use whatever. I'm going to assign you support groups for your discussion boards, and I'll probably switch those out around midterm if they don't seem to be working. They will basically just be who you need to respond to for student responses. All right, guys, let's have a good semester. Everybody be healthy, be safe, set aside some reading time, log in at least once a week, twice is better, and have fun. Good to meet you.